Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Always exciting.
Today, we're kind of stepping into the world of film and television.
Okay.
So, like, imagine we're at one of those industry events,
Right.
just buzzing with news about upcoming projects and maybe even a little gossip.
Oh, yeah.
But we've got our hands on the latest issue of Further and Better,
Oh, cool.
which is, it's a global entertainment industry news source.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like our backstage pass to all the action.
Sounds good.
We're talking new productions, studio developments, tech trends,
Mm-hmm.
even some executive shakeups.
Oh, wow. It's a fast-paced world, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah. And there's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
From, massive new studio developments
Yeah.
to the increasing role of technology in storytelling.
Well, let's jump right in then. The first headline that really caught my eye
Okay.
is about this huge new studio complex being built in Dublin called Dublin Fields.
Yeah, I saw that.
56 acres.
Yeah.
11 state-of-the-art sound stages.
That's massive.
That's massive. What makes this development so significant?
I think it's really a game changer for the Irish film industry.
Okay.
Think about it. A studio complex of this scale could rival places like Pinewood Studios in the UK.
Oh, wow, yeah.
This means we could see a surge in international productions, choosing Ireland as their filming location.
Oh, that's interesting.
Not only that, it's a huge boost for homegrown talent.
Okay.
Creates more opportunities for Irish actors, filmmakers, crew members.
I see.
We could even see certain genres of films being drawn to Ireland, given its unique landscapes and historical sites.
That's fascinating. So I can already picture, epic historical dramas or fantasy films set against the backdrop of Irish castles and rolling green hills.
Yeah.
A whole new wave of Irish cinema could be on the horizon.
Yeah, definitely.
But, it's not just about traditional filmmaking anymore, is it?
Right.
There's a lot of buzz around AI and its role in the future of entertainment.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm a little wary, to be honest. Could this stifle creativity?
I think that's a valid concern.
Yeah.
And one that a lot of people share.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's important to remember that AI is a tool,
Right.
not a replacement for human creativity.
Okay.
It's about finding ways to use this technology to enhance storytelling,
Right.
not to dictate it.
So how are producers actually using AI right now?
Well, one way is through cost-effective solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Budgets are tight,
Yeah.
and AI can help streamline certain aspects of production, like generating background visuals
Okay.
or even assisting with script writing.
Interesting.
But it goes beyond just saving money.
Okay.
AI can also be used to create new types of storytelling experiences, particularly in the digital realm.
I can see that. Think about those interactive stories you see popping up online.
Right.
Where the viewer's choices actually influence the narrative.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. But while some are embracing new tech, it seems like Netflix is going in a different direction. And I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Interesting.
Have you seen this about them encouraging writers to simplify their scripts?
Ah, yes. The reports about Netflix asking for simpler narratives.
Yeah. They're apparently suggesting simpler narratives.
Right.
Almost like they're catering to viewers with shorter attention spans?
Yeah. I see how that could be a problem.
Is there a risk of undervaluing the audience's intelligence?
That's a complex issue.
Yeah.
On the one hand, you have the need to adapt to changing viewing habits.
Right.
People are consuming content differently these days.
Yeah.
Often multitasking or watching on smaller screens.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an argument to be made for accessibility and pacing.
Okay.
But on the other hand, there's a real concern about sacrificing the quality of storytelling.
Right.
Complex narratives,
Yeah.
nuanced characters.
Right.
Those are the things that make a show truly captivating.
It feels like a balancing act, doesn't it?
It is.
Keeping things engaging without sacrificing depth. Now, speaking of stories that grab your attention,
Okay.
there's a new thriller coming to ITV called Playing Nice.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
It explores the devastating consequences of a baby swap.
Wow.
And it's set against the picturesque backdrop of Cornwall.
Interesting choice.
Right.
Yeah, Cornwall is often associated with charming seaside towns
Yeah.
and idyllic landscapes,
Yeah.
not psychological thrillers.
It's a clever move, I think.
Yeah.
Setting a dark story against such a seemingly peaceful location could really heighten the tension.
Right.
Play with the viewer's expectations.
Precisely. It's a classic technique in storytelling.
Yeah.
Using contrast to create a more impactful experience.
Yeah.
Now, from a chilling thriller to something a little more artistic.
Yes. Let's talk about Bad Bunny and his new short film, Dabidi Tirar Mas Photos.
He's not the only musician exploring film these days.
No.
It's a growing trend.
Absolutely. And it makes sense.
Yeah.
A film adds another dimension to the music.
Right.
Creates a richer experience for fans.
For sure. In this case, the film, starring Puerto Rican icon Jacobo Morales,
Oh, wow.
adds a whole other layer of depth and meaning.
It's not just a promotional tool.
Right.
It's a piece of art in its own right.
Absolutely. Speaking of industry moves, there have been some interesting changes at the executive level.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Carrington, known for shows like Bluey and The Amazing World of Gumball,
Oh, wow.
has retired.
Okay.
Lime Pictures is restructuring its digital leadership, with Graham Galleries stepping up as head of digital.
Mm-hmm.
And former Disney exec Hernan Estrada is now the global general manager of LATCOM WorldCom, OH, a global advertising company.
Wow, that's quite a jump.
That's quite a jump, isn't it?
Mm.
What do these shifts tell us about the broader industry landscape?
Well, I think they highlight a few key trends.
Yeah.
Firstly, the rise of digital platforms is undeniable.
Yeah.
Companies are adapting their leadership structures to reflect this shift.
Okay.
Secondly, the global nature of entertainment is becoming increasingly evident.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, there's a constant demand for fresh talent and new perspectives.
Right. Particularly those who can bridge traditional media with the digital world. Right. It's a dynamic environment, that's for sure.
And in the midst of all this change, there are some enduring figures, like the beloved Paddington Bear.
Oh, of course.
Rosie Allison, producer of the latest Paddington film, recently spoke about the franchise's 20-year journey.
Wow.
What's fascinating here is that Paddington has managed to stay relevant and capture the hearts of audiences worldwide for 2 decades.
That is really cool.
It's amazing.
It is a testament to the power of storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And the enduring appeal of characters who embody kindness and compassion.
Oh, that's a great point.
And let's not forget the delightful tidbit that King Charles III has a cameo in the new film.
Oh, right.
It speaks to the cultural significance of the Paddington franchise.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than just children's entertainment. It's a part of British culture.
That's a great point. All right, so we've talked about some of the big industry shifts and some of the heartwarming favorites.
Yeah.
Are you ready to dive into the world of NFTs and biblical drama?
Absolutely. I'm always eager to see what's coming down the pipeline.
Oh,
Well, let's start with something that's really shaken up the art world.
yeah.
NFTs.
Yeah.
There's a new documentary called Minted, premiering on PBS, that delves into this $40 billion market.
Now, I've heard a lot about NFTs,
Yeah.
but to be honest, I'm still a little fuzzy on what they actually are.
Right.
It sounds like this documentary might shed some light on that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Minted explores the impact of non-fungible tokens, or NFTs,
Yeah.
on digital art and commerce.
Okay.
It features prominent creators like Beeple, whose digital artwork has sold for millions.
Wow.
It's a fascinating look at how technology is challenging traditional notions of ownership and value in the art world.
So it's not just about digital art then. It
Right.
sounds like there are some big economic implications as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Minted promises to be a thought-provoking exploration of this phenomenon,
Wow.
examining both its potential and its pitfalls. It raises some interesting questions about the future of art and how we value creativity in a digital age.
Okay, so NFTs are definitely something to keep an eye on.
For sure.
Now, from the digital realm to something a bit more down to earth,
Right.
the BBC has commissioned a new reality series called Stacey and Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me more about this one.
It's a fly-on-the-wall series that follows the lives of Stacey Solomon and Joe Swash,
Okay.
a popular British couple.
I see.
They're known for their down-to-earth charm and their rather large blended family.
So it's that classic reality TV formula.
Yeah.
Relatable personalities navigating the chaos of family life. I
Right.
can see why the BBC thinks this will resonate with viewers. Everyone loves a good dose of heartwarming family dynamics, right?
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
a feel-good escape from the everyday world.
Okay.
And speaking of escaping to different cultures, TVP is adapting the reality dating format Going Home for Love for a Polish audience.
Oh, interesting.
The Polish version, called Una dla Polaka,
Oh.
follows 4 Polish-American bachelors in Chicago who invite Polish women to experience their lives and explore the blending of American and Polish traditions.
I've seen similar shows in other countries,
Right.
and they can be really compelling.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to see how cultural differences play out in the search for love.
It's not just about finding a romantic connection.
Right.
It's about exploring identity and cultural heritage.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes this format so appealing to viewers.
Now let's jump from reality TV to something on a much grander scale.
Okay.
Prime Video is set to premiere House of David,
Oh, wow.
a biblical drama about the rise of King David.
Okay, cool.
What can you tell us about this one?
Well, it boasts an impressive cast, including Michael Iskander as David,
Okay.
and some familiar faces like Ali Suleiman, Eilat Zurer, and Stephen Lang, and even Martin Ford, known for his imposing physique.
Yeah, I know him.
It's going to be an epic tale. And with weekly episodes airing globally, it's clear that Prime Video has high hopes for this series.
From a biblical epic to the realm of horror,
Okay.
there's news that 3 new Fear Street films are in development.
Oh, really?
R.L. Stine's books were a huge part of my childhood.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, those Netflix adaptations were pretty scary.
The Fear Street franchise has definitely found a new audience through those films.
Yeah.
And with over 80 million books sold,
Right.
it's no surprise that they're continuing this series.
I see.
It seems Shadyside's reign of terror is far from over.
Well, I might have to watch those new films with the lights on.
Yeah.
Now, let's venture into the world of international productions.
Right.
The Danish miniseries Bullshit is making its U.S. debut on Viaplay.
Okay.
It's about Copenhagen biker gangs in the late 70s and early 80s.
Oh, wow.
Based on a true story.
Interesting.
It follows a young couple who get caught up in that dangerous world.
Okay.
Their lives forever changed by a violent war with the Hells Angels. It's a raw and intense look at a subculture that's often shrouded in mystery.
Yeah.
It sounds like a gritty, character-driven drama,
Yeah.
which I always enjoy.
Okay.
But for those who prefer something a bit more heartwarming,
Yeah.
there's The Americas coming to the BBC.
Okay.
It's a nature documentary narrated by Tom Hanks.
Oh, wow.
That's a winning combination right there.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks's voice is synonymous with warmth and sincerity.
Yeah.
And the 10-part series explores iconic locations across North and South America.
Cool.
Think stunning visuals of diverse wildlife and landscapes.
Sounds beautiful.
And music by Hans Zimmer, no less.
Wow.
It sounds like a truly immersive experience.
Speaking of experiences,
Yeah.
some shows get another season,
Right.
while others sadly come to an end.
Yeah.
Channel 4 has renewed Renovation Rescue for a second season.
Oh, great.
But with a new hosting duo,
Really?
Vogue Williams, a construction design and management expert, and Luke Mabbitt, a trained engineer and former Love Island star, will be taking the reins.
Wow, that's an interesting pairing. I'm curious to see how that dynamic will play out on screen.
Yeah, me too.
And fans of Wildcards can rejoice. It's returning for a second season on both CBC and the CW.
Oh, that's awesome.
This season will have high-stakes cases,
Okay.
more character development,
Right.
and even guest appearances by Martin Sheen, Ali Sheedy, and Maria Avgeropoulos.
Wow.
They're really pulling out all the
Yeah,
stops.
they're going all in.
It sounds like they are.
But sadly, not every show gets a second chance.
Right.
HBO has canceled the franchise after just one season.
Oh, no.
It's a shame, really. It had a lot of potential with a talented team behind it.
Yeah.
It was a comedy about the making of a big-budget superhero film,
Oh, right.
created by John Brown and executive produced by Armando Iannucci and Sam Mendes.
Wow.
They're known for their sharp wit and comedic brilliance.
I wonder why it didn't connect with audiences as they'd hoped.
Right.
Sometimes it's just a matter of timing.
Yeah,
Or maybe the marketing wasn't quite right. It's always a bit of a gamble, isn't it?
absolutely. You
Yeah.
never know what's going to resonate with viewers,
Right.
but that's what keeps things interesting.
Yeah.
There are always new stories being told, new ways of reaching audiences,
Right.
and new voices emerging.
Yeah. It really is a dynamic industry.
It is.
And, sometimes we focus so much on the business side of things
Right.
that we forget about the human element.
Yeah,
The actors, the
Mhm.
writers,
Yeah.
directors.
for sure.
They're the ones who bring these stories to life.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
Further and Better has an interview with Marianne Jean-Baptiste and Anjanou Ellis-Taylor,
Okay.
two incredibly talented actresses.
Yeah.
They talk about the importance of taking creative risks
Mm-hmm.
and why they dislike watching their own work.
That's interesting. I've heard that from a lot of actors. Why do you think that is? Is it just a matter of being self-critical?
Well, it could be that.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's because they're so in tune with their craft
Mm-hmm.
that they see every little nuance,
Right.
every detail that they might have done differently.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, they're hyper-aware of every aspect of their performance.
Right.
It must take a lot of vulnerability to put yourself out there like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's not always easy,
Right.
especially for women in the industry.
Yeah.
There's another great interview in this issue with a group of leading ladies:
Okay.
Angelina Jolie,
Wow.
Demi Moore,
Okay.
Zendaya,
Mm-hmm.
Zoe Saldana,
Yeah.
Mikey Madison,
Okay.
and Tilda Swinton.
Wow. That's a powerhouse lineup.
Right.
I bet they have some incredible insights to share.
They do.
What were some of the key takeaways?
Well, they discuss the challenges they've faced,
Right.
of course,
Yeah.
but also the triumphs they've celebrated.
Okay.
It's a reminder that representation matters,
Mm-hmm.
that diversity enriches storytelling, and that women's voices deserve to be heard, both on screen and behind the scenes.
Well said. It's inspiring to see these women paving the way for future generations of female filmmakers and actors.
For sure.
It's about creating a more inclusive and equitable industry,
Right.
one where everyone has the opportunity to tell their stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From a booming Irish film scene to the rise of NFTs,
Mm-hmm.
from reality TV to biblical drama.
Yeah.
We've explored a wide range of topics in the entertainment world.
It's been a fascinating journey.
It really has.
And it just goes to show that this industry is constantly evolving.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something new to discover,
Right.
something that pushes the boundaries of storytelling.
What do you think the future holds for entertainment?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's hard to say for sure,
Right.
but I think we'll continue to see the lines blur between film, television, and digital platforms.
Right.
And technology will continue to play a major role.
Right. Whether it's through AI, virtual reality,
Yeah.
something we haven't even imagined yet.
Right.
But ultimately, it's the power of story that will always captivate us.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
No matter how technology evolves,
Yeah.
we'll always crave compelling stories,
Mm-hmm.
characters we connect with,
Yeah.
experiences that move us.
Exactly. The human need for connection and entertainment is timeless.
Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
We hope you learned something new
Mm-hmm.
and maybe even discovered a few new shows or films to add to your watch list.
Always good to have a long watch list.
Absolutely.
And remember, the world of entertainment is always changing.
It is.
Stay curious, explore different genres, and keep those popcorn buckets full.
Until next time.